Well, I've been busy this morning and we're leaving Tangier after 11 nights here. Can't believe it's that long. And we're heading off to the Canary Islands, which should be about 4.5 days. So I've made some coleslaw so we can use it in wraps and things like that. I've made a pork and mushroom dish. I've made a chicken and white beans and some pickled red onions. And of course the obligatory overnight oats, which is really handy for sailing. Breakfast. I'm going to chop up some fruit so we can snack on, and we're just about ready to go.
In spite of waiting several extra days in Tangier to depart, we still had pretty high winds for our journey down to the Canary Islands. Here we are at the fuel dock, which is also where customs checks you out. We're going to go ahead and refuel and get fuel while we wait for them to clear us. They will come aboard and search the boat and look for immigrants or whatever they're looking for when you depart. I watched our buddy boat leave going forwards, and they managed to get a gouge on their boat trying to get off the dock that way. So we've decided we're going to back up and get out of there safely. And it actually worked out pretty good. We didn't get any scuffs or marks, and here we are backing up, getting ready to drive out of the marina and start our journey towards the Canary Islands.
While the officials were on our boat, they seemed to take offence at the map of the world that we had on our wall. On this pinboard we had a scratch-off map of the world, but we've just left Morocco and Tangier, and the customs have confiscated or taken off our map of the world because it didn't represent Morocco properly and had Western Sahara on it instead of Morocco. So they took it away. But we have got another one somewhere.
Well, I thought we got off the dock nicely. Once I got the guy to understand leave it on the cleat. Every time I told him to leave it on the cleat, he'd take it off the cleat. So it took us a while to get that straight. And then once he did, we backed off of the dock nicely. And then a little bit of turning around in high winds. Here we are. Just had the the mainsail leech line got caught in the outhaul pulley and scrunched up leech bad all along them, and pull that down after a while. Other than that, we're rocking along at 8.4 knots. Now that is current in our favor, so that's good. And I'm trying to get us into a little bit shallower water here.
Yes.
What is that out? What do you?
We're at 74 metres of deck, and we really want to be in under 20 to avoid the Yorkers. But we are pretty close to the shore. So I think we're going to stay out here. Despite the winds, the sea state at this point wasn't too bad. beautiful afterglow.
Sue's having the sundowner. Yeah, I'm got a little upset tummy.
By the following morning, we were both feeling very unwell.
Come down then, Mason Road, go to south of Nagasaki, and to Paradis. That's it there. It's okay, Osi. We kind of always see it behind us. Nice. Okay, so a couple of days and some food poisoning. But we're getting over it, and you're more than halfway to Canaries from Tangier. Currently in a wing-on-wing. The wind's coming out of the north-northeast at about 20 knots, gusting with the 24 at the moment. It's supposed to go up 30 by this afternoon, but we'll just keep an eye on that. Making great progress on 316 miles so far in less than 2 days, so that's good. Nautical miles too. And this is the wing-on-wing setup. And being lazy, just like a couch here, I got good visibility of the GPS and phone controls, the sail set, and I can see if there's any fishing boats around here I wouldn't see on the AIS. Ta-ta for now. Huge trailing seas today. About 2 meters on average, sometimes 3. Like this one is a little big. Lose and then it goes forward and hide the veins. Vein there. Here's one to see how high it's getting. But it's calm and controlled.
It was not ideal, both of us feeling ill like we were. And to make matters worse, the sea state deteriorated and the swells got massive, probably 3 to 4 meters. Surfing them was great, but occasionally we would be broadsided, and that's what happened that afternoon. I was trying to take a nap in the bedroom and suddenly the boat pitched over and veered to starboard. I shouted at Chip, "Are you okay?" Chip replied by banging on the hatch. I jumped out of bed and ran upstairs to the cockpit. We had broached the boat, and the whisker pole was bent in two with the pressure upon it. It sounds straightforward as I say it, but it was extremely dangerous given the sea conditions. The halyards for the spinnaker were flying all over and could have hit Chip in the head. Chip was upset, but immediately got on with damage limitation by firstly detaching the pole and bringing the jib in.
Experts will note that I only had one downhaul line on the spinnaker pole, and for offshore and bad conditions, this was not a good idea. We now run with a fore-guy and an aft-guy and lock the pole in position, and allows us to furl in and tack over the other side if we want. Much safer, and it's probably why the pole got damaged. We're lucky we didn't get other damage. Sailing's all about learning lessons, and we learned a lesson this day.
Oh, hang on, Chip. Yes.
I have an idea. You're gonna cut it here. Put this end back in it. Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir.
It is for some people. We broached and bananaed our pole.
Well, what did you do?
We broached and got a wave hit us sideways and we went down and the tail backwinded on the jib and the pole bent.
The hell?
Now we got the mess cleared up. I'm trying to effect repairs on the pole so we can get some kind of boat speed back up again, but thought I'd let you know why we're going so slow now.
Why again?
No, I'll keep you, informed as good as I can, all right? It might take me an hour or so to get this thing back in action.
Chip eventually brought the pole into the cabin and decided he could fix it by sawing the bent end bit off, and he did. We now have a slightly shorter but perfectly workable whisker pole again. He is brilliant. Well, we are 12 hours away from Lanzarote, and the Atlantic is just brutal. We have last night, the boat got up to 14.9 knots down this huge wave. oysters here, and I just looked up and I just saw a wall of loose walls on the sea. We circled down it today. Today the weather is still abated. We've just seen like real bad gust for a few minutes came through with winds of 45 miles an hour, and the sea state is just mental here. And we're not going to be able to see it on a video camera, but it's 3 metre plus waves and white caps everywhere. Our tummy issues continue, and Chip and I are taking turns on the toilet. Anything we eat or drink goes straight through the system. It's 3 days into it now, and we've both eaten very little. Cooking is also quite dangerous in these high seas, and although we have a gimbal stove, the rest of the surfaces are not, and anything you put on them goes flying. These sea conditions, however, are very good practice for our forthcoming Atlantic crossing. After our 4th day at sea, we were starting to get near to Lanzarote. Last night at sea was very dark. There was only a slither of a moon. In the end, at 5 AM, we made it to Marina Clara, still in the dark. Arriving at the marina in the dark. Yeah. It was tricky finding our way in the narrow entrance to this marina, but we tied up to the fuel dock and then fell asleep exhausted.
Only spent about a day and a half in Lanzarote, but we made the most of it, fitting in some golf, some good eating, and a little bit of sightseeing. In the next episode, we return from vacation in Las Palmas and join the Arc Plus, where we start our preparations to sail to Cape Verde and then across the Atlantic.